Hello and welcome back to Benjamin and Jack's reviews. Today we have got the new Matt Johnson, Anthony Bourdain biopic Tony starring Dominic Sessa, Antonio Banderas, Leah Woodall and Emilia Jones, and the new David Robert Mitchell film, who you might know from It Follows and Under the Silver Lake, The End of Oak Street, starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. Jack, how are you doing and what have you been watching recently?
I've been good. I've been good. So I've been watching since our last episode. I watched Evil Dead Burn the same day as we recorded. I think like your video for it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was all right. Then I rewatched Fallen Angels, which I've done. Okay, no, I know where we're at now.
I think
All
it's
right.
the seventh, I think, because we're up to.
All right, so I rewatched The Odyssey in 35mm, which I really enjoyed. Thought it was great. Looked amazing. Then I watched Fear and Shame, which is a really good short film. Speaking of Shame, I watched Shame with Michael Fassbender, made by Steve McQueen. Really good film. Highly recommend it. Then we never talked about this. I watched Daisies.
Oh yeah, I saw your rating for it.
Fucking hated it. Hated it.
You said to me, give me a recommendation of some like experimental thing. I said, well, I just want something completely completely
I did
experimental.
ask for something.
Yeah,
No,
I said Daisies. There was one I was looking earlier. There was one that I was going to recommend you, but I couldn't remember what it is.
Do you remember or just don't know?
Have you seen Blood Simple by Joel Cohen? I know you used to be big into Coen brothers.
I think I've heard it. Yeah, if you said, might be on my watch list for.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. But
it's really good. I watched it a while back. I think you should watch it.
Oh yeah, I might watch it. So all right. No.
I've got the film for you. Right. Yeah. Watch 964 Pinocchio.
Yes, I've heard of this. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I know what you're. I've seen the clown did for like years.
Yeah.
And then watched for the first time ever American Beauty, which I really liked. I didn't expect to actually like it that much, but I really enjoyed it. It's such a good film. I won't lie.
I need to say it.
You would love it. I won't lie. I've been handing 5 stars out like crazy. I've just picked some really good films. I rewatched Chunkin Express, which might be Wong Kar-wai's best film. Crazy Needle Drops. I just want to say that California Dreaming is such a good song.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember watching it and go, "Oh, that's such a good needle drop." I remember when I watched it. I've only seen Fallen Angels and Chunkin Express once, and I need to go back and watch them. I was going to get the 4K of Chunkin Express from Criterion, but I didn't in the end.
You should do. I then went to the cinema and I watched Nostalgia by Tarkovsky. Great film. I'm going to watch The Sacrifice as of recording this tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I know we're going to do TV shows, but I watched Steins Gate, which is an anime about time travel. I'm simplifying it a lot. It's really good. You would actually really like it. I think the first 9 episodes were a bit slow, but like, it's so good. I don't want to say much because it's one of those. I went blind, and I loved it, and I think you should go like that. Then I watched End of Oak Street, which I won't say my rating on. I then watched a film that you would love. I watched Gamu. You would love it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've heard of it.
It's so good. You would love it.
Yeah.
It's so weird and so good.
It seems like something I'd absolutely love because I know so many people that have watched it and it just seems exactly like my thing.
It's really good. Then I watched Tony, like literally a few hours ago, which like I'm still sort of processing. So, all right, yeah. So that's all I've watched.
Have you seen The Departed? Because I'm fairly certain you have.
I have. Scorsese?
Yeah. A
couple of times, yeah. What about?
I've got my Blu-ray of it arrived today, so I'm going to watch that tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it because I don't
have it with me at the moment because it's in my mum's purse, but I bought the Bong Joon-ho Horizon box set because it was on sale.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, if I could, I'd show it off right now, but it's in my mum's purse. And then I also have tomorrow my Sentimental Value 4K.
Oh, nice.
As the pod film.
Yeah, I'm getting it soon. Hopefully in the next few days because
I will rewatch it this week. I've wanted to rewatch it for so long, but I've wanted to wait for the 4K.
Do you want to rewatch it together? Because I'm going to get the 4K in like the next few days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we'll
Yeah.
watch it together.
Yeah.
Okay, so now on to me. So I rewatched. I say rewatched. What happened is I logged Cape Fear when the first two came out, and then said I'll log it again once the final show finishes. So I finally got around to watching the finale. I thought it was a good show. Javier Bardem completely carried it. Um, I was really excited from the trailers. I need to watch Cape Fear, the film, and the other
Still
thing,
bad.
and read. Yeah, but I don't know. I want to watch Cape Fear, right? Because I loved the show. I did really enjoy it, and I think Apple TV at the minute are really good. And yeah, so then on the same day, I watched Blackberry. I was trying to watch all the Matt Johnson films before Tony, and I remember like being aware of it when it came out, and I remember wanting to see it, but then I don't know why I didn't see it. I don't have a clue. I just always,
Can I ask
you
you a
know,
question about Matt
yeah,
Johnson?
yeah.
I don't know if it's better to talk about during our Tony discussion, but I think it
Probably
is.
better than probably
Yeah,
better to talk.
I'll do it later.
Before I talk more about Matt Johnson, we're filming this before the Cardiff game. It's the first game in the season in the Championship. Obviously, we're newly promoted to Wrexham, been there for a season, and we went down, but we played them last year in the Carabao Cup, 2-1 to us. And the lineup was just released like 2 seconds ago. So it's Trott, Bagan, Osho, Moylan, Salek, Tanner, Willock, Robson, Scanlon, NG, and Ashford. And the subs are Tyra, Ruben Colwell, Turnbull, Joe Colwell, Tankovic, Davies, Anya Dyke, Capaccio, and Robinson are on the bench. I have more talking about this and talking about the Community Shield later on. Back to talking about Blackberry. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. It's really good, and it's exactly what I thought it would be. And I've seen lots of interviews with Matt Johnson, and it just seems like, it just seems a really good film, and it was because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Then,
I had to find Blackberry because I was like going insane when I watched it because like I
yeah,
just studied. Like I only had studied for like a month straight. I had not watched a film. I think I studied and played CS my like full month, and after a while of studying and playing CS, you go insane. So Blackberry was like this sweet relief.
yeah,
Also, I like to call it my Phoenix Rising, where my very first like film I watched was Social Network. For
yeah.
5 years straight, I never like not watched a film. And then
Mm,
I took this for the first time ever, a break from film. And then I watched Blackberry, which is another corporate
yeah,
biopic. And you know what? Yeah. I like how,
yeah.
my journey
Full
went.
circle type
Yeah,
thing.
full circle.
Yeah,
I go through phases where I watch films and I kind of stop now and watch them.
yeah. So then I watched Operation Avalanche, again, another Matt Johnson film. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was hilarious. I like the blending of documentary and fiction. Obviously, this seems plausible as like an actual thing. Obviously, I do believe in the moon landing, but like, I think that it's quite funny that someone made that as a documentary. What if that was, because the conspiracy is that the reason they were able to do it was because of Kubrick doing 2001, which I just think is so good that someone explored that. So I knew that would be something that I'd like. And I know you told me what to watch, The Dirties. And before watching it, I said, I think Operation Avalanche will be kind of more my thing. Obviously, I'll get to that in a second because I have watched,
I think
all
Operation Avalanche was like my least favorite
really.
thing. Matt Johnson. Yeah.
Mm. Anyway, so next I watched The Odyssey with you in 35mm. I thought it was really good. This was my third time watching it. Well, both of our third time watching it, and I really enjoyed it. I think my enjoyment stays the same, but I still, I think it's more at this point. I want to see it in as many formats as possible. And the 35mm, I think it looks incredible.
Right.
And then I rewatched Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie with my dad because he wanted to watch it, and he thought it was great. But I just think it's brilliant. Like I absolutely love pretty much everything about it.
We should watch the show.
Yeah. On Amazon, the pre-order of it was 16 quid, so I was tempted, but then I was like, I don't know. I already bought it on Amazon Prime. I mean, I want to get the 4K.
For Blu-ray?
No, for the 4K.
Was 4K 16 what?
Yeah, on Amazon. Yeah, it's mental.
No fucking way.
Yeah, well, it was like a
It's not.
few hours ago.
It's
And
not
then
animated.
yeah, and then I watched Silence by Scorsese. I bought the Blu-ray of it. It was really good. I loved all the performances in it. I love sort of the way it was made. I don't know that I connected with it and loved it as much as other Scorsese films. So I think I was a bit disappointed because I thought I built it up in my head as like an essential watch, pretty much. And I don't know, but I wasn't entirely sort of convinced with it, I then watched Offside by Panahi because I wanted to watch more Panahi. After watching it was just an accident. And then I watched Taxi Tehran and now Offside. We did start watching it together, but you had some technical issues, which, we couldn't end up watching it together. But I watched the rest of it on my own and I thought it was incredible. I absolutely love sort of everything. I love football as well. So seeing, it seems, when I go to a football game, I can go with, anyone. There's no, women are allowed to go to the games. There's no sort of, people.
Prejudice.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's seeing it from the perspective of a woman and girl that can't go, I think is eye-opening because there are places in the world where that doesn't happen, which I thought was, interesting to see. And that's what I love about his documentaries. They highlight people. And yeah, then I watched The Dirties by Matt Johnson. There's a bit of a theme this week. But I do really like Matt Johnson as the director. But this is more sort of the Tony discussion. But I don't think he's one of the greatest of all time, but I really like his work. The Dirties I thought was really good. I think I have most of his films sitting around 3.5 a point. I don't think he's the best, but he's consistently churning out great films. And yeah, I love the documentary. I sort of love the aspect, and I sort of like the sort of dynamic between the characters because it's usually a small cast. The crew is the same for pretty much all of his works, which I'll get towards when we talk about Tony, because there are a few decisions where sort of the cast isn't the same as before. I then watched The Fisher King by Terry Gilliam, and I've had this criterion now for about a year, and I watched Brazil and I've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I enjoyed Brazil, but I didn't think it was good as I sort of hoped it would be. And it was the same with the Holy Grail. So it's kind of put me off watching The Fisher King for ages because I just didn't seem it would be my thing. And it got to the first 20 minutes and I was like, yeah, I think this is actually quite good. And then it just went downhill. I just didn't really enjoy it. I thought Robin Williams was good in it. But I just don't know. Gilliam films aren't really my thing. And I've tried them enough. I've seen 3 of them now. And it's enough to the point where, I might watch more of his films. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas looks pretty good.
Oh, that's a great film.
But I don't know. They're not as... all the ones that I've seen, I thought they'd be better than I found them. Yeah. And then I watched Furiosa. I just had a bit of a voice crack there. Which
that in the plan, they had Mad Max and Furiosa, but then when I went home, they didn't have Furiosa.
Yeah, I finally got around to watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was really good. I don't think the Mad Max, the last 2 that I've seen, are the greatest films, but I still really enjoy them for what they are. They're really good action films. They've got some brilliant sort of choreography in it and some.
I always like the design of the Morton Jew. That's my favorite thing. I don't know why, but I love the vibe and the design of those films, especially character design.
Yeah. I then rewatched Memories of Murder. I watched this one a while ago.
I nearly bought it today.
Well, you did. Well, you kind of did.
Well, actually, I nearly bought the single version, I should say.
Yeah.
I forgot who you tried to buy. Yeah, I made my money back then. So.
Yeah. So I watched it once before. I don't remember any of it. So I've been wanting to go back and rewatch it. I got the 4K of it and I absolutely love it. I think it's an incredible film. I watched a bunch of videos on it and I'm not really going to sort of talk in depth about it, but I really enjoyed it. And it's one of those films where there's so much you can sort of say about it. And yeah, then I watched The End of Oak Street, which you can read our discussion. Read? No, you can watch a discussion on later. And I also discussed it on the Electric Days podcast. So you can listen to that as well. I then rewatched The Bone Temple. I watched, like, when I watched it, it was incredible. So I wanted to revisit it to see if it was good. So I thought it would be. I watched it with the commentary from Nia DaCosta. And that was brilliant commentary. Lots of insight into how it was made and sort of the script and sort of, techniques. I'm not really too big into directors' commentaries while I'm watching the film. I like to sort of listen to them, for it, because I find that a lot of the time they talk over the dialogue, whereas this, it wasn't, Nia DaCosta didn't talk over the dialogue pretty much at all. So yeah, I then rewatched Mighty Supreme. I watched it twice in cinemas and watched it on 4K, and it looked incredible on the 4K. And yeah, it was brilliant. Then was Tony, which we're obviously talking about. And then I watched The Substance, which was incredible.
Oh, you finally watched The Substance?
Pardon?
Did you finally watch The Substance?
Yeah.
Which thing?
Oh, it's brilliant. I love the sort of way it contrasts, sort of like high energy, high octane, scenes, but also has that really sort of weird and sort of disturbing and, scenes. If you have anything, like, if you hate needles, do not watch this film, because it's probably the worst film to watch if you hate needles. I also loved this, like, how sterile it was. Everything felt so clean. I mean, if you look at, the bathroom, it's completely clean. It feels like a doctor's, like, surgery, and I think that gives it that really uncomfortable, creepy sort of look to it, which I sort of thought really added to it. And those last 30 minutes were just bizarre, and I was up for it. Yeah, I think it was brilliant. Maybe need a few more rewatches of it, but yeah, I thought it was really good.
I have a really funny history of it. I went from like a 4.5 to a 5 to a 4.5 again. And I don't know if I would rewatch it for a bit, but it's a film I think on like really fondly. I love how it looks. Visually, I love how it has its own style. Unlike some films this year, Project Hail Mary. I've been on a crazy. I actually lowered Project Hail Mary again to like a 3-star. And really? If I watch it, I could honestly see it being a 2.5 if I'm like that hateful of it. I don't know. I don't want to go crazy, but like I do. Like the more I think about it, the less I like it.
Yeah.
I give it a 4-star. I want to rewatch it to see if I'm like, maybe if I'm just being like hateful, but
fair enough.
Yeah.
Right. So now we are going to be discussing The End of Oak Street, written and directed by David Robert Mitchell, who did It Follows and Under the Silver Lake. It was produced by J.J. Abrams, who directed The Force Awakens and The Rise of Skywalker. And the director of photography was Mike Geolakis, who did Us, Split, It Follows, Old Glass, and Under the Silver Lake. The Letterboxd description is, where goes the neighborhood? After a mysterious cosmic event rips Oak Street from suburbia and transports their neighborhood to return someplace unknown, the Platt family soon discovers that their very survival depends on them sticking together as they navigate that now unrecognizable surrounding. So I just want to sort of open this up by sort of saying that, it was I like the way that it sort of portrayed suburbia. It felt a lot like a David Lynch film in that aspect, where it uses that sort of main sort of suburbia theme and setting to explore something deeper. And in this case, it's aliens. In a lot of David Lynch films' case, it's underworld. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. But did you sort of notice that sort of comparison? What do you make of it?
Well, I mean, I watched the film after you, but probably wouldn't have really thought that. Like, I don't know, with like suburban households, I don't ever think of Lynch, even though I see why you think that. I don't know. Fair enough. No, I just saw it as like white family. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of the AI marketing for it?
It was just to get like middle-aged moms into the cinema because they love their like AI slot. But
do you think this would hurt its chances at the box office, or do you think it would help it? I think it would hurt it.
I don't think it. Do you think it did?
I think it would hurt it, yeah, because I've seen loads of people that are saying that they won't go for it,
And from my personal experience, I didn't really hear many people talk about this.
I think Do you think that it would be more talked about if it wasn't buried under films such as The Odyssey, Spider-Man: Brand New Day? And obviously, I know that's from different studios, but you do
Yeah.
feel that it kind of got unlucky because they were promised IMAX screens. They promoted the movie as filmed for IMAX and then just didn't get any IMAX screens because Brand New Day and The Odyssey took them all. So, I mean, not getting the IMAX, and Sony as a company, they only, obviously this is Warner Brothers, they only like market it as IMAX if they're guaranteed to get the screens. What did you sort of think? Do you think that not getting IMAX will hurt it? Hurt its chances?
No, I don't think so.
Fair
I think
enough.
like how can I'm trying to think how I put this in the words. I just don't. I think definitely. I think like it released at the wrong time. Like I
Mm,
think if this was released in like next month or like October even, like it
mm,
would have had a better chance. I also don't think this film was marketed much. I think that's the main
mm.
thing I heard it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
think Supergirl was obviously that's Warner Brothers as well. That was marketed way more than this.
yeah, because it's like an original dinosaur film that isn't
Yeah.
called Jurassic something. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's literally an original story about um, dinosaurs and time travel. I don't think that should be too difficult to market, and it's original story as well.
yeah, I think that's the problem. Was it is
Mm.
original and that's yeah.
Do you
But no,
see? Do you
but-
see the Spielberg influences? Because I feel like this is very
oh,
80s
definitely,
Spielberg.
definitely,
Mm.
yeah,
Do,
absolutely.
do you think that that's sort of helped by J.J. Abrams producing? It sort of feels like a lot of his sort of movies are sort of like Spielberg and paying homage to
Probably,
that.
probably. What do you think of David Robert Mitchell's others? So have you seen It Follows? I know you've seen Under
I've,
Silver.
I've seen It Follows. I don't really remember it at all. I genuinely do not remember it a bit, so I can't really talk about that. But I have seen it. But
Yeah.
Under the Silver Lake, I absolutely love. It's pretty. I thought it would have been received better. I mean, it's only got 3.4 on Letterboxd. I
Yeah.
thought they would have way higher because I mean, not like a 4 or anything, but I thought it might have like a 3.6. So,
Yeah.
but I think it's fantastic. I love sort of the directions. I love the influences, and it sort of feels to me like David Robert Mitchell, sort of a filmmaker. And there's nothing wrong with this because every film is pretty much an amalgamation of influences. But I feel like him specifically with his sort of films, they feel like a lot of different directors combined into making an original story, which I think is quite good because I think if I made a film, it would be so many influences from so many directors.
I think It Follows is really overrated. I'll say that it's an overrated horror film. I really love Under Silver Lake. I like this, but I kind of want. I said this at the end of my review. I hope David or Robert Mitchell does another Silver Lake type film where it's a bit weird
Yeah.
and like kind of suspenseful.
So
Instead of,
it took 8 years between Under the Silver Lake and
End of Oak Tree.
the End of Oak Tree. And we were talking about this, I was talking about this, George, is it sort of feels like maybe it feels like a studio film. Like they sort of said, yeah, we'll give you, this film, but you kind of got to do it for the studio in a way that makes it mass appealing. Do you think that it did, you can definitely tell it's mass appealing. Did you sort of make that impression as well?
Yeah, definitely. I always like, it's a blockbuster film.
Yeah.
There's so much you do. It would have done great in 2024.
Yeah, I agree.
With like Twisters. If this was released instead of Twisters,
Mm.
people will be fucking going crazy.
I think that sort of, I definitely got like Twisters because I think Twisters is a great mass appealing. I mean, it's not a great movie, but I think as a mass appealing movie, it goes, some of blockbusters.
And it's original-esque. Not
yeah,
original,
I mean, it was
but it's like,
well, it was a remake of Twisters. Twister.
yeah, but it's not like a superhero or IP thing. It's more,
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like something to get people into the cinema.
What did you think of the writing? I thought it was a bit sort of off at times. I don't know, I feel a bit wacky.
I thought it was like, I didn't think it was like bad. I just thought it was like this film, I just thought was like solid.
Yeah.
Like, there's films that you'll go see in the cinema and you'll have no problem with, and you'll say, you know what, I just enjoy it, and I'll never watch it again, but I enjoyed it. No, I'm not annoyed at I'm like, put an hour and 40 minutes into my life. I didn't feel wasted, And
yeah,
like this is just one of those films. I enjoy it. It's good. It's good acting. Great cinematography. I just want to say this film looks amazing. And that feels so refreshing to say.
Mm.
Like I feel like recently I've been saying this looks ugly and this looks boring and this looks bland. So seeing this look really good and really stand out, I also, and I
Mm.
mean, I'm pre-ordering my Prius here. Teenage Sex and David Count My Asthma looks so beautiful.
I know.
Like,
I saw
I've
the
never
trailer
wanted to
for
stick
it.
my dick in a film so much. It looks amazing. Oh my god! Like any shot of that film, whether it's Hannah Einbender going into the cinema or even like just Gillian Anderson talking, like every scene just looks like art. But no, back to like our decent film, as we say. Um, yeah, I really love the look of this. This was my favorite part. Was it looked so good?
What did you sort of think of the performances? Because I think Anne Hathaway was leagues above everyone else. I think,
Oh, absolutely. She was in her own ball game there. I
yeah,
felt like everyone. I thought Ewan McGregor was the weakest.
yeah, I agree. I think I was really disappointed by his performance.
Trainspotting Wonder Brew. He's in One Hit Wonder with Trainspotting.
Is that the
Well,
same?
what's up?
Is he in Trainspotting?
He's the main guy in Trainspotting.
Oh, I probably should know that.
Oh my god, I think the Trainspotting Wonder Brew. He's been in.
Because I knew he was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. He's actually the only good thing he was in was in Trainspotting. Holy shit. It's so bad. His filmography is actually so bad. Anyways, no,
Whatever makes the money, I guess.
yeah, true. He was in that Birds of Prey, which was terrible. But
Yeah.
besides that, the children actors, like I don't want to say children because one of them was like a child, I bet you, but the younger actors were really good.
Yeah.
Macy Stella and Christian Conver. Hopefully I said that right. Were really good. Like they were pretty good, and then Anne Hathaway was just crazy. Like, she was. I'm still debating. Did I prefer this performance or the Odyssey?
Probably the Odyssey.
Maybe, but like she was really good in this.
What do you think of the visual effects? I think for a summer blockbuster nowadays, I think the visual effects was really good, and I think it was really strong. And I think that the fact that it was helped by strong cinematography, I think, quite helped.
Yeah. Production design was really good. If we're going on the suburban thing, I loved all the houses. Oh yeah, by the way, Adam Bork. What do you think of Adam Bork's character?
Adam Bork.
Have you seen? Oh, okay. I should explain my joke. Have you seen The Boys?
No, I haven't.
Fuck. Okay.
Go on, say it anyway. Say it anyway.
Well, he's a small car. Do you know the neighbor with the revolver? He the shit in the garden.
Yeah.
He's in The Boys as like a filmmaker. He's like a rep on Joss Whedon in The Boys.
What season is this?
Like 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
He's in the later seasons, but he plays a character called Adam Bork, and I recognized him. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Adam Bork!" Vault must have fired his ass. But no, I actually don't know what his actor's name is. But no, yeah, I was good to see him.
Do you have any more sort of thoughts on?
Not really. I hope to see a more weird film from David Robert Mitchell. And his next film is They Follow, which I'm not a big fan of It Follows, so though the cast is entirely different, like I think it's actually double checked. Because cast. It's been Michael Monroe. Oh, she was in the first one, fucking Naomi Ake, Michael Gandolfini. Yeah. But no, I like that. I like End of Oak Street. I don't. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. It was mass appealing and definitely, some blockbuster from David Robert Mitchell. I think there was more that I liked than I didn't like about it. I do find though that creature features, like this one, get a bit repetitive at times because I feel that you spend 5 minutes chasing the character, and then they escape, and then you keep doing it. But there's one moment in the film. Obviously, this is a non-spoiler review because we haven't talked about spoilers. So I'm not going to say it one at the end. But there is a moment in this film which actually made me go, "Okay, stuff can actually happen." There's
I know. I don't know.
There's there's things at stake.
Tension.
Here. Yeah. So my final rating is a 3 out of 5 for The End of Oak Street. So now Yeah.
Mine's a 3.5.
So now we have some film news per discussing film on Twitter. So some sad news coming today. Hayden Panettiere has sadly passed away at the age of 36, who played Kirby in Scream movies.
Damn, that's sad. Yeah.
So the new cast of the X-Men has been announced. The new X-Men movie. So we have Maya Board as Storm, Kit Connor as Cyclops, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Indy Navarrete as Rogue, Tamara Weaving as Emma Frost, and Christopher Abbott as Professor X.
I don't know why I only found one and not the other, but bro, I can do it, bro. I can do it. I'm the Gambit.
Yeah. What do you think of this casting? What do you think?
So I'm not a comic book person, so I can't say if like it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I know some
well, I'm the
they
same.
get Indy Navarrete for Rogue because I don't know if she'll pull off the southern accent. Like, I don't know who the fuck Kit Connor is. So
Yeah,
I don't know who played who is it? Maya Boyd, is it?
yeah.
Maya Boyd. I do not know who she is.
Mm.
We already have seen Sadie Sink, so we know.
Yeah.
Christopher Abbott. I like Christopher Abbott. He's pretty good. He's a good actor. There's some Adam Driver. He's been on like a
Yes.
shit streak lately. I just want to say he is.
I mean, he's made his money. He's done good films.
He's done good films. And he's done some shit, and I hope this is like where he locks in.
Yeah.
But no. And then there's one more, Samara Weaving. I don't like Samara Weaving. I don't mind her. I don't mind her. I don't like this.
She's good in what do you call it? In
Babylon?
Ready or Not. Yeah.
No. I don't know if I can see her as Emma Frost. She has this really like Australian accent. And I don't
wonder why.
Yeah. I don't know if I can see that. If she does an American accent, she's perfect. She looks like Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals, I should just say, because like, you know, I'm a loser. Well, I haven't played that game since it was like some, you know, but no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm being really nitpicky, but I think it's decent. I just want to see who they'll cast as Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because like I'm fed up with Hugh Jackman. We need to let him go. Also, can I just say, if there's any like producers watching this, I swear, if you cast Charles Melton as Beast, I swear to God, leave Charles Melton alone. He is like 1 5-star away from Jack slot, bro. Like, I swear to God, if he actually does Marvel, I'm like, that's why I'm so happy Kelly Spaney isn't doing this. It was meant to be Kelly Spaney as Rogue.
Yeah.
I will lose it if she gets like Mystique. If they do like some bullshit switcheroo because they want it Indy Navarrete as Mystique. If they do Kelly Spaney as Mistaken, I'm actually gonna like jump off a cliff, bro. I can't do that. I can't have my like goats, you know.
Jerry Bruckheimer reveals they are talking to Johnny Depp about returning for a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. We're working on a screenplay and hopefully we can get this done.
Let it go. Let it go. I don't like the Pirates. I think the first one's like decent. Like,
yeah.
I don't like Johnny Depp though, I'll be honest.
The Odyssey has become the first film to pass $300 million on IMAX screens alone. That's mental. Spider-Man Brand New Day has officially passed $2 billion worldwide. Did you expect that?
Not really, but I can see why.
Yeah. It's the second fastest film to pass the milestone. Dune Part 3 will have early IMAX screenings on December 14th, 4 days before its official release.
Bro, can I actually tell you a story?
Yeah.
I had like a dream last night where I was in like fucking some hot ass country. And it was like some weird like Greece or something mad. And I saw Dune like in August. Like I saw like Dune Part 3 in August in IMAX and like 70mm and some bullshit. Like I had some crazy ass dream where I saw it before like everyone. It was like a one-time thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, I saw Jim," and I've like embargoed and shit, and I was like, "No, I woke up." No, the last time I said then I woke up was a dream about my PC, and I have a PC.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so now moving on to the November Criterion releases. K-pop Demon Hunters has got a new 4K digital master, and that's been on the Okay, so I haven't seen the film. I don't plan to. I'm not going to get the Criterion. But what I will say is, I think that Criterion is still putting out loads of stuff, right? We've got 8 new films that's coming to the collection. They've still got loads of stuff. And I think if this is going to get people buying Criterions, because this is the only way you can own the film on physical media, if people are buying this, then imagine people that are going to find this and then go and buy more Criterion. Maybe it gets people into physical media. So I don't see it as a bad thing.
Did you watch that video too?
Which one?
The one by, is it Tom? I think his name is.
No.
Oh my God. I saw a video and they said the exact same thing you said.
It's on YouTube.
No, it's on TikTok.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Oh my, see, I knew you watched the video.
On YouTube, I did.
Yeah, because it was the same word, and he was like, "This is how it gets people to buy more Criterions," and I'm like, and I was like, the second you said, "Wait, hold up," as I said, "boo," I knew the next few words that were gonna come out your mouth. It was like I was like, he's gonna say something about how this is gonna get people into physical media. Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Anyway, so then we have Mary Antoinette, new 4K restoration. Jack, are you going to get this?
If it comes to the UK, absolutely.
Well, it's 4K, so you can import it. You can just get it on eBay.
True. I will import that shit.
I was going to get the sentimental value Criterion, and then went with 10 quid less. For like 15 quid less, I can get the 4K from Mubi. And I was like, well, So then Harold and Maude, a 4K digital restoration. I never heard of this. Then Blue Heron has got a new Blu-ray.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. I remember on the festival circuits last year, it got its release a few months ago, or well, I think a month ago for us. And I didn't see it, but I wanted to see it. I remember everyone sort of saying how good it was when it was going around the festivals. Then we've got Shoot the Piano Player. I hope you don't play piano, Jack.
I used to.
No. Well, don't go on a piano. It's got a new 4K digital restoration.
I'm not going to watch this.
And then Wild at Heart has got a new 4K digital
I saw
restoration. Yeah.
I'm importing that, but we may get it here.
Yeah. Then we got Shadows of a Forgotten Ancestors with a new 4K digital restoration. I've just got to ask you, did you get any American 4Ks imported?
No,
I know
I
you've
never.
been talking about ones for a while.
No, I never did anything because I've been saving up for the festival.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck, bro! The pod's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
When in October when we do the pod on.
Yeah.
So we got Digger, Clayface, the festival. I Love Boosters. I think there's one more thing that I'm just not clicking on it.
Resident Evil.
That's September.
Yeah.
I think it might just be that's still pretty good.
And then we've got we have already talked about Wild at Heart. Then we've got The Right Stuff, which is a new 4K digital restoration. So now I'm going to do some sports news. The Community Shield was played yesterday between Arsenal and Manchester City. The game was played in Cardiff in the Millennium Stadium due to a concert by The Weeknd taken at Wembley. The score was 3-0 to Arsenal as Calafiori got the opener in the first minute, followed by Havertz in the 28th minute, topped off by a goal from Odegaard in the 48th minute. Maresca City offered no answer, failing to provide any threat going forward and looking sloppy at the back. The way I felt watching this was this is how it felt when I would watch Man City versus Arsenal when Pep was managing them and when Arsenal was still on the come up. Obviously, Maresca and Arteta were assistants of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City before going to Leicester City and Chelsea and then Arsenal, respectively. For a signing of 116 million, and Elliot Anderson looked incredibly disappointing. He didn't control the possession and the tempo of the game as much as I think people would have expected him to, especially for that price tag. However, this game is practically a friendly at this point because no one takes it serious, and obviously this doesn't mean anything for the season. My man of the match is Christian Solis, who registered 2 assists and was a new signing from Club Brugge after coming off a season 51 goal involvements. If you recognise the name, he played for Norwich City in the Premier League a few seasons ago, along with a close second with Martin Odegaard, who obviously got the 3rd goal, but played very well, made some good recoveries in the match. He had a few frustrating moments, but I think his recovery looked really well. He became very physical this season, and I think if he does that all season, he can be really good for Arsenal. Obviously, he's one of their better players, but his physicality has sort of let him down in the last few seasons. But I think he's got more physical and involved more duels in this game. Obviously, it's a friendly, so we have to take it with a huge pinch of salt. It's not a friendly, but it's basically treated like a friendly. So now Cardiff City have announced a new signing of Callum Scanlon on loan from Liverpool. The Liverpool loanee returns for another season on loan in the Championship after he helped us gain promotion to the Championship last season after joining in January and providing great cover for Joel Bagan. We didn't actually get to see much of him. He played good when we did see him. He's starting tonight. And I hope he plays really well for us. I think it's good that we've got him on loan. It was, I want to see more of him pretty much. And yeah, as of recording, Cardiff City are playing Wrexham in our opening fixture of the league. We played them last season in the EFL Cup where we dominated them 2-1. This time, the fixture is at the Cardiff City Stadium, looking to have around 28,000 attendance. I'm extremely excited for this game, see how we will play. Obviously, I'll be cautious because we have a fair few injuries and have a weaker squad than last season. Last week, Cardiff played Swindon, winning 3-2 with Yusuf Salek getting a brace and new signing Jack Moylan got his first goal on his debut. I didn't watch the game, so I can't really talk about the performances as I was watching the Odyssey. After missing out on Jens Tadal, Cardiff City are looking to sign go-ahead Eagles number 6, Mele Meulenstein. He wasn't in their game due to transfer negotiations, as reported from Dutch media. However, sources at Cardiff City have downplayed those links. Hopefully, it's a case of not trying to blow it up like the Dahl scandal. Looking forward to the game tonight. Going to be watching that. And so now some scores from the Championship. So on Friday, Wolves 2-2 Blackburn. Bolton beat Preston 2-1. Millwall beat Bristol City 2-0. Charlton beat Derby 2-1. Middlesbrough beat Lincoln again 2-1. Norwich lost to West Brom 2-1. And QPR beat Portsmouth 3-1. Swansea, unfortunately, beat Stoke 2-1. And Sheffield United drew 0-0 to Birmingham City. On Sunday, Watford beat Southampton 2-1. There's a lot of 2-1s. And Burnley drew to West Ham 2-0. No, 2-2, because you can't draw 2-0. Otherwise, that wouldn't be a draw. That would be a win. And it was a draw, so it's 2-2. So next we're going to be discussing Tony, which is the new Matt Johnson film, known for The Dirties, Nirvana the Band, the show, and Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie, Operation Avalanche, Blackberry as well. It was written by Matt Johnson, Matthew Miller, Todd Bartels, and Lou Howe. Editors were Kurt Lobb and Robert Upchurch, who they've pretty much done their whole filmography with. The cinematographer was Michael Bauman, who did One Battle After Another and Licorice Pizza. This is a change from Jared Rabb, who's done pretty much everything. And I want to ask you, why do you think it was a change? Because obviously Jared Rabb's done pretty much the whole filmography with Matt Johnson. Obviously, this.
I know what. I mean, I'm taking a guess of what you said.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you've heard Tony is a very different film from.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah. And I guess he wanted to have a change of cinematographer. So, of course, he went with, the one that did one of the best looking films and one of the most epic films last year, One Battle.
I think as well, one thing, it's very much a film that's meant to look really nice. And I think with Nirvana the Band it's very, there's lots of zoom in, it's very rough. It's very, whereas this is quite a clean picture. It's nice cinematography. Not saying this the other ones aren't nice, but what I'm saying is it
one's
needs
more film like, whatever's more documentary like.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it was composed by Jay McCarroll, obviously Nirvana on the show, obviously, and he'd done the scoring for pretty much most of his films. And I think even though in this sort of thing you don't really feel like a Jay McCarroll score would fit it, because it's quite sort of like up-tempo sort of synth sort of music, but it really fits, and you can see, you can definitely tell it's Jay McCarroll, and it works really, really well. So do you want to give your first thoughts before you do that? I'm going to read the letterbox description because I forgot to do that. I was, to be frank, a spoiled, miserable, narcissistic, self-destructive and thoughtless young lout, and badly in needing of a good ass-kicking. 19-year-old Anthony Bourdain travels to Provincetown, Rhode Island, and stumbles into the chaotic world of a restaurant kitchen.
You know the origin of the word Providence?
Well, I've forgotten.
He says that in the film.
No, I know, but I've forgotten what you said.
Yeah. No, they don't say anything.
Setting off with summer that will shape the course of his life. So, Jack, what are your first thoughts?
I did talk about the film first before I do know. I loved it. I didn't think I'd love it, but this is like some good Jack slop. Like Matt Johnson made Jack slop. It's set in the summer, which is like my favorite time of the year. Sadly, it's pissing. So
yeah.
Yeah. It's about an asshole who wants to like become something of himself, which
Yeah, he wants to be a writer.
I can relate to some extent. Then it's set in the 70s, which was like the cherry on top.
Mm.
And yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so good. It felt like Marty Supreme mixed with Everybody Wants. Is it Everybody Wants Some? The Richard Linklater film.
Not sure.
Well, George probably knows as he's our only fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna look at what the
Start.
stats are. Yeah. So while I do that, I'm going to talk about. Well, it got 17 plays. Well, fair. About a 4-hour consumption
That's not
time.
entire thing.
What do you mean? No, this is on the pod. We've had 248 plays on the whole thing.
Okay, that's
We're getting a fair few.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because the ones that George does, we always get like triple the amount that we usually get.
yeah. But that's because like George promotes us. We don't.
Yeah. Well, I do now, but
You do. You do. I don't.
yeah. Anyway, so basically, this follows Dominic Sessa, who plays Anthony Bourdain, that goes as Anthony, or Tony, as he calls himself, throughout the film. He goes to Providence, Rhode Island, to follow a girl there who's going there for the summer. He then gets in a bar fight and gets kicked out for trying to hit on a waiter while he's drunk. And then he gets robbed, so he has no money on the street because he's just sleeping there. So then the chef at the restaurant, played by Antonio Banderas, takes him. He wakes up on a hammock, and he basically asks for a job there to stay on the hammock for a few nights. Anyway, so he keeps working there doing the dishes. Meets Leah Woodhull, who is a bit of a creepy guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bit of a creepy guy, but he is a very creepy guy. Anyway, he's like a cocaine sort of addict, sort of heroin addict. But yeah, it's a weird guy. But yeah, he's makes a friendship with him. Then he basically gets fired. This is a spoiler review. And as I say the spoiler.
I love the whole like you and then you just as you say a spoiler. Oh yeah, spoiler.
Yes.
You could have said that when you were telling me the plot of Sentimental.
Oh yeah. And then they go to he basically works, gets more sort of close with the chef. Then the restaurant burns down. I mean, I don't really know why I'm saying all this because you've seen the movie if you're listening to this with spoilers. But basically it's about him discovering his passion for cooking, and then eventually sort of decides, he wants to be a chef. And then when the restaurant burns down, they do a fundraising event and he cooks. And yeah. So I just want to talk about an Antonio Banderas role. So he's probably most sort of known for playing Puss in Boots, right?
Yeah.
However, whenever I hear his voice, I don't immediately think of Puss in Boots. I mean, yes, I do to an extent, but whenever it's always the pirate from SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water, because I watched that film so much growing up as a kid. And that's genuinely what I think of.
That's fair enough. Wait, is Sponge Out of the Water the one with their superheroes?
Yeah.
That shit was so good. That's a great
Yeah,
film.
I know.
My film that's like my childhood film is Muppets Most Wanted. That film's so good.
Yeah.
I nearly bought the Blu-ray of it in London. I was like I'd honestly rewatch that film. It's so good. It's one of my favorite mystery films ever. One of my favorite, But no, well, when I hear Antonio Banderas, I just want to hug him.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to give him a big squeeze the whole film,
Do we ever find out the name of the chef?
No.
Chef.
He's just the chef.
Yeah. What did you think of Dominic Sessa? Because I read somewhere that Sessa was asked not to prepare for the role and not to do a Bourdain impression. He basically just wanted him to go in blind, pretty much. And I think he did really well. And I think one thing that I love about this film is you don't need to know who Bourdain is. In fact, his name isn't said until the last line of the film. And you don't need to know who he is, and that's what I think sets it apart from other biopics because it doesn't feel like that. And talking about Memories of Murder as well, it doesn't feel like you can watch Memories of Murder without knowing it's based off a true story, but you can also know what happens in the real story and still love it, as a film. And I think that's sort of the same here. You can be a huge Bourdain fan and love this, and you could also not have a clue who he is and still enjoy this because it's a complete story.
What was I gonna say? Dominic Sessa was so good in this.
Yeah.
You know what this reminded me of?
What?
Mishima, Life in 4 Chapters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like now, I really hope biopics don't start doing this because then it'll become repetitive. But films like Mishima and Tony are not one-to-one adaptations of their subject's life. They are their essence.
Yeah.
And like that's what I would love to do, a double bill of this and Tony. But no, and yeah, Dominic Sessa I think was as good as he was in Holdovers.
Yeah. No, I still think Holdovers is better, but yeah.
I may have to say because Holdovers nearly made me cry when I rewatched it on the Christmas. Do
you think? Sorry, I'm just interrupting you. But do you think that? Not do you think? You could definitely see it was a very funny film. Do you agree?
Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, like I just cackle nonstop.
Because I didn't know how funny it would be. Because obviously from the trailer it looked like a proper drama coming of age film.
Really, I mean, in the trailer, Stavros says this is Tony playing with his deck because he receives to grab a crab shell and stroke himself off.
Yeah. I didn't. I thought it would be more serious than it was, and I'm so glad that it had humor because it still felt like a Matt Johnson film, even something that's so different because it's his first time filming a movie outside of Canada.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I love the outfits in this.
Yeah.
Also, I'm hot in my head. Screw it, I'll just skip to my main point. With the rise of Matt Johnson and everyone falling in love with Matt Johnson, do you think that Matt Johnson will be the next Tarantino for film students? What I mean is every film student for a while wants to be Tarantino and they will do Tarantino things. Do you think they will try and be like Matt Johnson? The guerrilla filmmaking, the humor?
I think so. But I think the reason why Matt Johnson succeeded, and but I think one thing that I like about his films, and especially The Dirties, is it feels like a film you make with your friends. Like it feels like that, but to a really high level. And that's not the reason why he succeeded, but that's just to me what his films have always felt like. And even when you go up the budget into Blackberry as well, and I think less so with this because it's a different cast. It's the first time he's not acted in his own film. But yeah, but I don't think obviously his films are getting a lot more recognition now. But I feel like Tarantino was so big when it came out. I don't know, and I think maybe it takes one more film for Matt Johnson to really break into. And obviously, we're filming this opening weekend, so we don't know how well Tony's done. But yeah, I think yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Just also because I'm writing a script and I'm trying to I want to do the guerrilla filmmaking with the cameras and the documentary, but I don't want it to feel like Matt Johnson.
Yeah,
bro, performances were great. Like everyone was really good. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I can see? Because I just watched it and I'm still trying to
process it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was kind of like, yeah, I'm still. I love the vibes. This is a film. This is a great film to watch with your friends, especially for all the cooking scenes. Like when it's so we can spoil.
Yeah.
Okay, so before is it Louis or Luke? Lucas Woodhull.
Leo
Woodhull. Where the fuck am I getting Lucas from? Leo Woodhull, before he leaves. And it's like Leo Woodhull, Dominic Sessa, Stavros, and the other man. Fuck, I have him somewhere. Yeah. I'm sure. Anyways. Yeah. When it's them all vibing and cooking and joking and snorting cocaine and taking heroin and cooking and being yelled at by Antonio Banderas. It's just great friends movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way this film looks. I thought from the trailer it looked kind of bland.
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
quite like one battle after another, which obviously so.
Really? I think One Battle's a bit more color in it than this.
No, I know, but you can definitely tell from the sort of way it was shot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's the same guy.
It's the same guy, but like, I wouldn't tell. Yeah, just
It feels more like Licorice Pizza than One Battle.
true. Yeah, I think that's why I think Matt Johnson got Michael because of
Yeah.
Licorice Pizza because you could probably see a very similarity to this and like they're both coming of age stories. Just one's about a 25-year-old trying to date a 15-year-old. So
Literally, as you said that, a photo of Alana Haim from the driver popped up on my timeline.
who?
Alana Haim.
Alana
Literally,
and George.
as soon as you said that.
George is stalking us.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, no, like I did really enjoy this film. Look, I really should have more to say. Script was good. I think the music, maybe if I rewatch it, but I didn't think the needle drops were as good as Blackberry or
Yeah.
no, can I just say something? Matt Johnson gets decorated for his needle drops, and like I only think Blackberry and Nirvana, the band that showed the movie, are the only two films I think that have crazy good needle drops.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
Dirties is okay. I can't remember any in Operation Avalanche, and I thought this was just fine. I thought I had good moments.
Yeah.
But Blackberry and Nirvana had great needle drops. Besides
Do you have
that,
any? Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts on Tony?
I wish I was because I love this film. I'm so fresh that I don't know like how to like. I love this film. I think it's. I'll say my rating now, 5 stars. I love this film. I think it's amazing. I'm so fresh. I don't know where to like begin. You know, like if we did this tomorrow, but I have plans tomorrow, so we can't record it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if we did, I would have been like loving this film, and I would have like been a little more positive than I sound now.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic film. I love the humor in it. I love pretty much most things about it. I think it needs more rewatches for me to fully click with it, but I think it was fantastic, and I give it a 4 out of 5. Thank you for listening to this episode, and we'll see you next week because we have Camp Miasma and we have a guest joining us for that one. And no, it is not George for this one.
Thank fuck.